how excited are you? Our last interview, I said, who would you want first? And you say Tio, and now we get the news today, February 8th. You're headlining. You're back in the headlining position again
Yes, sir.
with
Yes, sir.
your amateur art nemesis, Teofimo López.
Yes, sir.
So walk us back to the memory lane, like as far as we weren't around when we seen that fight. Like, how was that fight in the amateurs?
Um, to me, it was a competitive fight. Uh, I didn't have my coach with me at the time. He had to fly out literally the day before. It was the finals of the National Golden Gloves. But this time, ready with my team fully equipped with ammo and ready to start shooting on February 8th.
So I remember going to the fight. I'm over here with my buddies, and I meet Tio for the first time, right? And he did an interview with the homegirl Kayla, saying that he thought that Loma was gonna wash you, and then you in most people's eyes, you beat Loma that night. So
Correct.
I'm sitting with Tio, and I'm like, so what do you think now? Because I'm talking to him, and it's like round 8, round 9, and I'm like, so what do you think now? I was like, oh, now when the decision's being made, everyone's quiet, and I'm like, why y'all quiet? Why y'all quiet? Like who won? Who won? Who won? So I seen his face that day, and I'm not to say that he was scared or anything like that, but I felt like there was some type of tension. I don't know. Do you
I
think that there
remember
was?
he came up to me before the decision was made. Like I swore I won the fight. Like I heard the scorecards. I'm like, that gotta be me. He came up to me before the decision was even made, saying like, congratulating me on my performance and I did an amazing job and all that. So that's why I had it in the bag. But
So as amateurs, right? At back in the day, that decision went his way. You said it was competitive. Obviously, you guys normally, when you after a fight, you guys could say something, then you guys go your separate ways. Do you remember anything when you guys first met?
no, no, no.
Okay, okay. So now, dealing what you've been dealing with, obviously moving up in weight, um, knowing that you seen Tia was one of the first guys at 140. Uh, right away when you moved up to 140, Tia was on the head, like top guy in your list.
Yeah, he was, anybody with a belt. I've been saying this for a long time. I want the top of the top, and anybody who got a belt. And I've been telling you, I've been telling everybody, I'm gonna be world champion soon, and that's what I'm coming for. I'm not here to get no other fights, no tuna fights. I'm ready to be world champion. That's all.
So you were obviously at 135. You was pushing to get that Shakur Stevenson fight because he was on your
Yeah.
side. Do you think that this fight's bigger than a Shakur Stevenson fight?
Uh, yeah. I would say like I don't know that the fight with Shakur it was dragging out. I don't know if they really wanted the fight. It didn't seem like it. There wasn't you know, no back and forth. And I said, 135, I'll take the fight with Shakur. If not, I'm going to 140, and I'm going after the belts. So first opportunity came with Teofimo, and this is where I'm at.
Looking at your box recs like identically, they look very close to each other. Like you guys are 1 year apart. Your arm reach is 1 inch apart. Like you guys have one fight apart. You guys have one loss. It's like almost an identical type of a thing. Do you? I was asking people, do you believe that you are his toughest task to date?
I'll make it his tougher task when I beat him.
Hmm. I mean, you've obviously you face Lomachenko. You
Maybe on paper, it may not look like his toughest task, but once I'm in the ring with him
but
and when I beat
skills.
him, it's gonna be like, wow, that was a lot tougher than what everybody expected, like they usually do. Like they
Exactly.
usually do.
Exactly. Um, do you how confident do you feel in this fight?
100% confident. I wouldn't be taking a fight if I wasn't 100% confident I could win.
Really?
Yeah.
Even if it was a huge payday and you, because I don't know, like I feel like some fighters would do it just for the pay. Not
Yes,
saying that you're not
some
you're
people do,
hungry.
but at the end of the day, I've been fighting for a long time, and the goal is not only just to get paid, but to be world champion too. To build the legacy and to be someone in the sport.
Okay.
I still have like that same mindset from the get go, from the beginning. I've said it many times. I'm not converting into what the new sport tends to glamour off of just the fame and the money. That will come, but at the same time, I still got that old school work ethic and that old school mindset of I still want to become world champion. I want to create history for my state and my city, and I still want goals to achieve in the sport of boxing. So when I'm gone, it's not just I'm here and I got paid, but I actually did something in the sport as well.
Um, Good answer. Now, your biggest fight obviously is the Lomachenko fight. Is this fight bigger?
Yeah.
It
It's
is,
for the
right? I
belt.
believe so
The
too.
fight with Lomachenko, there was no belts on the line. This fight's a lot bigger, a lot more risk. It's a lot more. I was the bigger guy coming into the fight with Lomachenko. I believe I'm the bigger guy coming into this fight as well. But new weight class for me, my first time competing at 140 pounds. So, uh, and Teofimo has a lot of accolades as well. So this fight, I think, is a lot bigger than the Lomachenko fight.
Now, your last fight with Morin, that was a catch weight of what was it again?
138.
138. Okay. Um, at 140, how do you feel like you know yourself better than anybody else? At 140, are you stronger? Are you faster? Are you the better Jermaine Ortiz?
Of course, I don't have to sacrifice as much getting down to 135. So 140 pounds is going to be a lot easier to make, and I'm going to feel a lot better.
Mm. Um, Predictions on the fight.
Can't give it to you. Can't give it
Yeah,
to you.
it's fair. Um, what does this fight mean to you out of all the other ones? Now that you're what, 27 now?
Yeah, it's the most important one for me. This is the most important fight. This to become world champion. It's the biggest fight. There's no doubt about it. The most important one.
Mm. Um, that being said, like, do when it comes down to bringing in people for training camp for Tio, the styles for Tio? I don't know if you've seen the video. He was showing videos of you, you know, kind of like taunting, letting people know who his next opponent is. I don't know if you've seen the video. And he's like, "I'm Teofimo López. Why wouldn't I check out do film study?" And it was you
Yeah,
in the video. Did you see it?
yeah, I seen that. Yeah.
Okay. Um, as far as prepping for a guy like Teofimo Lopez now, uh, do you feel like you got to do anything different? I know that you've brought like race. I think you brought like Race Savage for Loma. Like,
Yeah.
obviously, you're not gonna probably tell me who you're gonna bring in, but or you will. I don't know. What type of like method do you and your team have to bring?
Obviously, me and my team, we're obviously gonna bring in sparring partners that can best emulate Teofimo. So that's for any fight we got. We're gonna try to get sparring that best emulates that fighter. The height, the reach, the style, all of it.
Are you? Do you have you worked with Snack? Will you work with Snack?
No, I haven't worked with Snack.
Okay. Okay. Um, when obviously this fight with Tio, do you when you look at Tio, what do you see as far as a fighter is concerned? What type of fighter you believe he is?
He's a good fighter. He's an explosive fighter. Um, what can I say?
Is he more of a counter puncher? Like, what type of fighter do you think he is?
I think he's more of an aggressive fighter. He likes to walk people down. Um, You know, Fighters, they all come in all types of size and packages, man. It doesn't matter what to me how he comes, if he's gonna be a boxer, counterpuncher, aggressive, or however it's gonna be. My job is to stick to the game plan and follow it to beat him.